Joining us live from Moscow now is a former colleague of Bob Dudley's, Ivan Mazalov, Director of Prosperity Capital Management. Ivan Mazalov, thank you for joining us. Now, first of all, how do you know Bob Dudley? Is he the right man for the job?
Hi. Well, first of all, I know Bob Dudley through our investments in TNK-BP and TNK-BP subsidiary companies here in Russia. Bob Dudley was the CEO of TNK-BP for a long time, and he has had Russian experience before that when he worked in Ameca's Russian unit prior to BP's takeover of Ameca. Well, I think that Bob Dudley has had quite a good experience in Russia, working not always in very favorable conditions, and he endured quite well for BP. TNK-BP remains a very vital unit, and I think Bob Dudley has been very firm in standing for BP's interests in TNK-BP.
But, Ivan, do you believe that really he's the right man for the job? Because one of the main points is, well, he's American. He can speak to the Americans. He'll have a more favorable view from President Obama, but that's not really the point. I mean, he really needs to do such a huge PR exercise. He has to get BP out of this mess.
Well, globally, I think BP is an international company, so anyone will wind up being a foreign man in some territory of BP's operations, whether he be British or American. And I think that for BP, America remains a very important frontier growth area. So putting American is just as important as putting somebody else. And as for his Russian experience, of course, his Russian partners has not been quite enamored with him, but he might be just as good as anybody else, because this is this is business. This isn't a friendly relationship. This isn't some children's party.
Ivan, what is the one thing that actually the new CEO of BP really needs, the one quality? Tony Hayward was a geologist. Do we need a businessman now? Is the most important thing is to sell these assets at a good price? You work in the oil business, so you know.
Well, obviously, BP is a portfolio of assets, and especially now when BP is under pressure to sell some assets, it would be important to get the right prices and not to undermine shareholders once again after the disaster in the Gulf of Mexico. It will be adding insult to injury if some of the assets are sold at the wrong price. So I think that it doesn't require to be a geologist. You'd rather have to be a good portfolio manager at this point.
Ivan Mazalov, thank you so much. A man who knows Bob Dudley firsthand.